Hi everyone, this is Mike from Roots to Wings. You can see my burned face and raccoon eyes. I'm fresh off 10 days in California with my whole family for my second oldest daughter's graduation. We had an amazing time. I'm here with Devarshi Stephen Hartman, one of the great loves of my life and one of the most profound and amazing teachers that I've ever had the great blessing to be with. Um, I've known Devarshi for ever since I went to Kripalu, which was a long time ago now. And Devarshi's in Maui. We're having a little chat with him from Maui before he hops on the plane, and he's coming to the Eastern Seaboard to do a series of um, programs up and down the East Coast. I think you're going to be in Connecticut, you're going to be in Rhode Island, and you're going to be here in Massachusetts at Rooster Wings. Is there any place else that you're going to be?
That's
No
it.
place else. And Devarshi has never been to Rooster Wings before, and we're so excited to have him come. He's going to be here for 2 days of programs. He's going to be here for a Dharma talk on Friday night at 7 o'clock, this coming Friday night at 7 o'clock. And then at 12:30, the very next day on Saturday, he's going to be here for a workshop, Tending Your Inner Fire, which is going to be a 4.5 hour program. It's open to anybody. You don't have to know anything about yoga. This is really about finding more, being in community with people who want to understand how yoga relates to daily living. Because I think a lot of us actually miss that. So when you come, Devarshi, to talk to us about the path of love, what are you going to tell us?
Well, I love that the path of love, which really was Swami Kripalu's like key statement in terms of he devoted his life to the path of love. So that's really what I'm going to focus on. Well, ultimately both days, but that'll be Saturday's workshop. So we'll have a time on Saturday where we are really doing everything in terms of it'll be grounded in our body. It'll be very experiential. And also, we'll go through some deep yogic philosophy that brings us to really this question of so many of us wonder, like, what is love? And I know for me, before I moved into Kripalu, I wondered about this question, like, what is love? Certainly, we would all agree, as I like to say, no matter what the question is, the answer is love. But then there's this love is so, mischievous, the word. It's like, is it this Hallmark love? Some people, it's like got such weight to it. When do I say to someone, I love you? What does love mean? It's got all this, baggage that goes along with it. And I remember when I moved into Kripalu and I was in the presence of Yogi Desai, and I had this feeling, and it was like, wow, love is actually a real vibration. Like it's not a word. It's not about the word at all. You could call it purple. It's like Shakespeare says, a rose is a rose by any other name. The love is love by any other name, but lots of us don't really know what it is. And love is a very tangible, measurable vibration of consciousness that people hold. And that tangible, measurable vibration of consciousness is the most powerful vibration to hold. It's the healthiest vibration to hold. It's the happiest vibration to hold. And I would say, particularly in this moment that we're in on the world stage, it's the best political activism that we can take is to be holding a vibration of love for ourselves and others on the planet. First for ourselves, because we're no good without it for ourselves. So you can't give something that you don't have. So we're actually going to be, smelling, sniffing into, and trying on very real practices about what is the vibration of love, because and take the mystery out of it, like it's a very real, tangible vibration. And how yoga practices, ancient yoga, the science of yoga, is meant for people to land in their true selves if they do these practices. And our true self is loving by nature. It's not like we have to be something. It's like A Course in Miracles says, this course doesn't aim at teaching the meaning of love because that's beyond what could be taught. The course aims at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. Well, I think that is a beautiful thing because that's actually what yoga practice does. It doesn't try to teach you who your true self is. It tries to purify all the samskaras and karma and take away everything that isn't the true self. And we know the true self. So this is what this weekend's about. Now, Friday, we're going to be landing in the Bhagavad Gita. And it just couldn't be more pertinent because this 5,000-year-old story is what is going on our planet today. So it's at one level, it's like, wow, things haven't changed a bit. And another level, it's like, this is universal planetary curriculum. So we've got to get the curriculum. And what I love is like you could get the curriculum now, you could get it later, but the curriculum's the curriculum, you know. Again, going back to A Course in Miracles, which I put A Course in Miracles and yogic philosophy together because to me they really speak the same. Course in Miracles says free will doesn't mean that you get to choose what the curriculum is. It just means that you get to choose when you're going to take the curriculum. And I really love that because yogic science lays out the practices and says, hey, take it, leave it. Here's the practices. Here's what you need to do to purify, to attain your true self. Peace is possible, but purification is necessary first. It doesn't care what you believe. It doesn't care about religion. It doesn't care. It's like, do these practices and you will attain and experience a state of your true self that no one can take away from you. So that's my little spiel for this moment, but I
Awesome.
would love for people to come. We're going to have
So
a great time.
so Friday night at 7 will be the talk. It's going to be a monologue with questions. And
Yeah, I mean, it's much more interactive because it really, the Bhagavad Gita brings up our deepest, deepest questions. And when we have discussions about our deepest beliefs, um, it can often get touchy because, of course, people end up being very attached to their deepest beliefs. I mean, just look at what it's like to have a political conversation these days. People become their beliefs. And one of the things that I love, one of the many things I love about yoga is it teaches us that you are not your beliefs. You are the believer of your beliefs. And these beliefs that you hold are actually, they have effects. Some beliefs are helpful and some beliefs are not helpful. But beliefs themselves are temporary and they're also definitions and they're also separating no matter what, even the best ones. And ultimately in yoga, you have to let go of all of your beliefs, even your most spiritual, wonderful, loving beliefs, to attain a state that is beyond the mind, seated in a place where no beliefs exist at all, but just a state of the truth, which is an experiential state of presence in the present moment with no mind, you know.
so
Um,
even beyond the believer of the beliefs.
Beyond the believer of the beliefs.
I
Now,
love
one
that.
of the problems is when people start talking about beliefs, they become their beliefs. So the moment I am my belief, then you have one choice. You're either on my side or you're against me. You know, and the moment we become the believer of our beliefs and we talk about them, we say, oh, interesting. Tell me about your belief. And what effect does that have on you and the planet? Oh, let me tell you about my belief and why I choose it. But most people are indoctrinated into their beliefs rather than really choosing them. And when we choose them deliberately, the person, the self that believes beliefs ultimately knows this. The ultimate self knows this. I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. I am a compared to the universe, to God, to I'm a stupid little glowworm. I'm nothing. I'm an insect. I'm nothing. My intelligence goes nowhere. So I know nothing. Now that I know nothing, I'm going to choose a belief and say it's right. Like, really, I know what's right. I can make my best wild ass guess, but I got to hold it with a soft grip no matter what. I'm going to say, here's what I'm devoted to. I'm still passionate in my beliefs. I still have conviction around my beliefs. But ultimately, I could cross over and God could go, Devarshi, you were wrong. Let me
That's so
tell you, there's
true.
a whole other story. And I'm like, okay. But that still doesn't mean that I don't choose a belief, choose it deliberately, have conviction around it. But again, holding it with a soft grip is very different than holding it with a tight grip, which punches in the face.
So that's Friday, kind of an introduction to you through the Bhagavad Gita, an introduction to this subject matter. And then on the workshop on Saturday, we get into more into the experiential piece of
Yeah.
how do we actually bring that in, how do we embody that
How do we embody it? And on Saturday, is it Sunday, Saturday? On
Saturday.
Saturday when we do the workshop, um, then we get more experiential because things can't happen just at one level, like the level of the head. We have to embody it in our body. We have to feel it in our energy body, breathe it deeply. We have to, yes, talk about it and understand it at the level of the mind. Our witness consciousness and our soul have to be on board with it. So there's this also this element of the divine. Help us out, angels. You know, we're open to divine guidance. We would love to connect with you. So that's really what we'll do on Saturday is have it be more experiential and more multidimensional.
So people should come prepared to move on Saturday.
Yep, there will be movement in and out and
Awesome.
probably even on Friday too, but we'll see.
Awesome.
I mean, nothing big. It's not like, again, you don't need to be a yogi. This is about breathing and moving your arms and finding your body, and that's about it. So I would say if you've never been to a yoga class, this would be a good place where you'd want to start.
Wonderful. Well, we're so much looking forward to having you come, Devarshi. Can't wait. It's anytime you come, it's always lots of laughs and great fun and deep learning. And I'm excited to introduce you to the community of Roots to Wings. And this is an experiment. We're going to see what happens.
I'm excited to be with you so much. And we've been together a lot, but I have not yet been to Roots to Wings. So that's really fun. I know I have a lot of wonderful friends coming from that area. And I hope to say to all of you, whoever gets this, please, I would love to come and meet you. And especially during these times, if you're finding, any kind of level of stress and wondering what to do, this is going to help. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. We'll do a before and
Awesome.
after check-in about it. So would love to see you.
Thank you. Travel
Yep.
safe.
All right. I will see you soon.